Kotak Mahindra Bank has chosen the inorganic route to speed up growth. The bank's board has approved merging ING Vysya Bank with itself. Now, as per the swap ratio, every 1,000 shares of ING Vysya Bank with a face value of 10 rupees will fetch 725 shares of Kotak Mahindra Bank with a face value of 5 rupees each. The merger was announced after market hours, but the buzz has been in the air for a while now, and the shares of both companies surging to 52-week highs in anticipation. Kotak Mahindra Bank jumping over 7% this afternoon. ING Vysya Bank surging nearly 13%, but ended with gains of nearly 8%. Now, after the merger, all ING Vysya branches will become Kotak branches, and all ING Vysya employees will become Kotak employees. Going by branch strength alone, this combined entity will become India's fourth largest bank. Kotak Mahindra Bank's Vice Chairman and Managing Director Uday also said that apart from a stronger pan-India presence, the merger will not only give the combined entities a stronger capital adequacy ratio and liquidity, it will also solve ING Vysya's problem of low headroom when it comes to foreign shareholding, given the merged entity more headroom for FII and FDI inflows.
Mr. Kotak, congratulations on this deal. Well, you've clearly taken advantage of someone in distress. HDFC paid 4 times for Centurion. You have paid only 2.2 times. Clearly, you have taken advantage of someone in distress.
Let me assure you that there is no question of any distress with anybody. This is a deal on the merits of it. I genuinely believe, and so does the board of ING Vysya Bank, which is an independent board, believes that this is a fair ratio in the interest of all the stakeholders of both entities and the combined entity.
Okay. Well, Mr. Sareen, ING was or still is in need of cash. So you had to agree to any deal. You couldn't wait to get 3 times.
Well, Lata, on the contrary, I think just the complementarity makes immense strategic rationale. And if you look at the 30-day average of the ING Vysya Bank share price, this is a 16% premium to that. And don't forget, I mean, there is no better match in the Indian banking system today. I mean, 80% of all of Kotak branches are in the North and West.
ING will get only 6.5 of that. The stake in the combined entity is only going to be 6.5. So in any case, if you had waited for 3 times, you could have got it, isn't it?
Well, I mean, if you look at ING Vysya Bank, all the stakeholders, be it shareholders, employees and clients, I think there is perfect complementarity. And it gives ING Vysya Bank stakeholders to be a part of one of India's largest financial services conglomerate. And I think that's an exciting journey.
Okay. But why did you ask them to keep a 1-year lock-in? Would they, if it was such a compelling proposition, they would have stayed anyway?
In my view, ING Group was very comfortable with that. It is a way of signaling, contrary to what you may have felt, that this is not a distressed deal at all. They believe in the combined synergies. And I think actually it's a big signal that ING Group is committed to make the merger work, to have a 1-year lock-in post-merger as a sign of commitment.
Okay, Mr. Kotak, you know, HDFC Bank grew at about 30% between the years 2003 and 2008. Even without a merger, it could take a substantial market share away from the state-owned banks, and it did. Organically, without this cost and without the possible cultural, conflicts that may come, you could still have grown at 30%.
No, we are confident that our business model had the growth potential. This is perfect complementarity. Our branch synergies are just awesome. It's like if both of us had a plain piece of paper, as Uday rightly said. It's a perfect fit.
No,
and it saves time in a competitive marketplace, which is going to get more competitive as new players come, as banks get more aggressive. So we see this as huge complementarity, synergy transformation, and significant time to market advantage.
Yeah, but there will be problems of cultural management between the two. Salaries to be matched, hierarchies to be matched. That would take away a little bit of your...
Actually, we believe diversity is good. And I'll ask Uday to share his views on this.
I mean, Lata, as you would know, we are an extremely diverse bank, both from a client's perspective and employee's perspective. We have a strong franchise on SME, driven by a lot of it in the south.
I'm not talking about businesses. I'm only talking about the fact that merging two, hierarchies is going to take away something in terms of... some people wanting to walk out, or a heartburn in terms of not getting the same scales as
if there's one bank that has actually managed diversity, it is ING Vysya Bank. We have an international connect. We serve clients in Amsterdam, in Brussels, and at the same time we serve clients in the heart of Andhra Pradesh, where we have 175 branches. So we understand managing diversity, and that's the richness of the heritage.
Kotak is the man who is going to own a 34% stake. So this is your first merger. It's not a skill proved. So for you, it is going to be an asset test. You have the confidence you will be able to work.
I have worked on many partnerships. The Kotak Mahindra Bank has started out of a relationship between Anand Mahindra and myself long time ago. We've had joint ventures which have been very successful with Goldman Sachs, with Ford. We continue to have a joint venture with Ford Mutual. And therefore, making relationships work is at the core of who we are. Okay. And we actually feel that this is a way for us to really build something synergistic and quick.
Okay, let me get to the numbers, which is why I have to refer to the table. ROE, Kotak Bank, last available number is 13.8. That is FY14, historical.
Is it standalone or consolidated?
Historical. This is standalone.
The consolidated is close to 15.
Okay, and theirs is 10.29, historical. So how much time would you need? What will be the immediate merged ROE, and how much time will you take to get to 15?
We think over time, 1 plus 1 will be more than 2. And therefore, the combined ROE, if I had to take a medium term, will be higher than 15.
No, that would be over the medium term.
Yes.
But how much time will you need to get back to the 15%
As I mentioned to you, Lata, there is significant synergies and cost savings in terms of branch network. So
24 months?
Our branch network, we are spending 200 to 250 crores a year to get to 1,000. So for that, a lot of that gets saved straight away.
I'm not denying that, but I'm just asking, even then, how much time do you think you will need to get to an ROE of 15%?
We think we will get to higher ROEs, and we'll come back to you soon.
By what time?
With a game plan. Therefore, I don't want to rush it on the date of announcement. We will come back to you about our vision and strategic execution in due course.
All right. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was a different time, different place. This is here and now. And I think what you have to look at is, first of all, is it a fair deal for all parties and create a win-win for all parties? I think it does. And secondly, the compelling strategic rationale for this merger means that going forward, we will generate a lot more revenue synergies, and therefore we see real value creation in the future.
No, there is certainly value in the future because of the complementarity of businesses. But nevertheless, when Centurion got into HDFC Bank, it was not aware that India will be growing at 8 to 9%. Now, as you join hands with Kotak Bank, it's very clear that India is standing on the cusp of a growth. The chances of getting back to 8% are much brighter than 8 years ago when we had never seen 8%. So why this compulsion? Why were you in such a rush to sell and sell cheap?
As we heard earlier on, there are other views that that we had sold very well. So I don't think we can look at it like that. I think what we have to say is it a fair deal for all stakeholders? And I think the answer is correct. So both parties win, all our stakeholders win, and we do see the immediate synergistic benefits from revenue creation in terms of a better geographical distribution pattern, both in terms of the locations, but also the depth of the coverage, better product coverage, more client segments, and therefore it's very hard to argue that we should just sit and hold that. I think there's a lot of benefits to be gained today and to catch that wave and catch that growth going forward.